Welcome to Chosen Conversations. This is a space where we talk about aging, identity, care, community, and what it really means to truly be seen. I think it's important to understand that LGBTQ plus history is not only about where we've been, it's also about how we age, how we build community, and what stories we choose to carry forward. Today, I'm joined by Jerry Fernandez, whose life journey has included caregiving, public service, chosen family, advocacy, and also navigating what it means to grow older as a gay man in America. So, Jerry, to begin with, I want to welcome you in being my first guest on this podcast and looking forward to a number of other opportunities where we'll be able to sit and have these conversations.
Grew up in South Texas, which was very conservative, in a Catholic family. We weren't really that religious, but still society around us was kind of, the social norms were to repress or to talk down or look badly upon, gay people. I think most through high school, I was caregiving for my grandmother. So I was living in her house and taking care of her. And then as I graduated high school, I went off to college, which was about 45 minutes away. And my first semester in college, I was commuting back and forth on the weekends to caregive for my grandmother over the weekends. And I had a single mom, so she was very supportive in terms of, during the week, I focused on school, and then I would drive back and she would take a break on the weekend, and then I would take over caregiving for my grandmother. But after that first semester, right before the second semester began, my grandmother passed. And so that opened up a whole new opportunity for me of selfishness. I was able to not focus on caregiving, but then shift to becoming that full-time college student and to not worry about my grandmother. I mean, of course there was the grieving and all that other stuff, but I didn't have to commute back and forth. I didn't have to do any of the things that I had in my brain, the responsibilities that, I had already been doing for the past, few years since high school. So I think that really lifted a big weight off of my shoulder. And so when I went back to college, I started to, do the normal college things, drinking and going to party. Hey, I'm gay. I built it up to this big, huge thing. I was like, hey, Mom, I really got to talk to you before you moved to DC. And then survival. I think one of the biggest ones is we think survival sometimes can be negative, but it, I think, helped to shape who I became and what I did as I started evolving as a gay man in society in the United States.